Okay, welcome back to 7 Days. So, I have not played this in a hot minute. Well, that's technically not true. So, I recorded a whole session last night, and effectively my internet got knocked out. And because this computer can't run without internet, I lost the whole recording session. So, I had to re-record this. And so I've decided we're going to go into the desert. I want to explore this a bit more because there's like this whole section hasn't been filled out. This whole section hasn't been filled out. So let's go do that. So apologize if I'm a bit like fucked up, but I took an ass load of allergy and cold meds. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm just like super stuffed up, super tired, super like kind of nauseated. Just not feeling good at all. Like just in general, I feel kind of shite. But right, we gotta get some eggs too. That's another thing we're gonna have to really focus on. Because our egg situation is not fantastic, and we're gonna eventually go into just like bunker mode and just kind of like dig a hole in the ground and live in there. I kind of made my mind up on that because I'm like, you know what, I want to ensure we win this challenge, so let's go and live in a hole for a while. But we need to get food for that, and we need to dig that. We need to build around that. We're gonna need concrete. We're gonna need a bunch of other stuff. So that's gonna be a whole thing, but we're gonna get there. So I've been getting to work on my game some more, and animation's been particularly rough. So I've gotten some animation stuff done, but it's still not in the greatest of shape. I'm not gonna do the reveal trailer for the game until I get pretty much everything I need to get done. So it might not be till February. I was planning on doing it in December, but then I was like, no, because a bunch of stuff came up, and that just wasn't gonna happen. And they thought about doing it in January, and I was like, nope, that's definitely not happening either now. So it's probably gonna be in February, but that's fine. I'd rather get in a state where it's presentable rather than screwing it up. Alright, how close am I? Okay, so we're almost at the cliff's edge. And so yeah, basically I'm just like getting to work on that. And the issue I've run into is portraits mostly, because every time I try to do portraits, I basically just borderline accidentally plagiarize Fire Emblem. Okay, I just had to pause to cough real fast. Alright, so head down the cliff. So yeah, we're gonna go into the desert, and we're gonna see if we can find some birds' nests, gonna see if we can find some stuff to loot. I don't know how much, like, in terms of looting we're gonna do. I think we're gonna stop real fast at the old base just to deposit some stuff. And then, I think probably starting, like, day 200-ish, we'll probably start digging the hole. And we're not even gonna bother doing the rest of the wall. The wall was, like, a nice idea, but it's just gonna take too damn long. And I realized very quickly as I was doing it that the more I dig down, the higher chance there is that I'm probably going to kill myself by accident, which would be really, really bad. So let's just avoid that, because that would really suck if I just accidentally fell to my death. Like, that would not be good for anyone. And, you know, the whole point of the wall is to keep myself safe. Well, if I accidentally die building it, not really gonna be safe. Alright, go in. And let's deposit some stuff real fast. So I won't need that. I might need this. I won't need that. I don't need all the stone. Don't need the iron. Don't need the bone. I don't need the nitrate. What else do I not need? I might keep the wood frames. Actually, I was thinking about getting rid of them, but I really don't think that's a great idea. There might come a situation where I need them. Close door. Because, like, in case I have to get myself out of somewhere, the wood frames could save me, like, if I end up in, like, a cave system or something. Alright, let's go explore. It's time to explore. Exploration. Alright. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of shorter videos this session. Like, mostly 20 minutes, so like 1 day videos. I didn't want to do this, but A, I'm trying to fix my YouTube algorithm, and B, I just really don't feel like doing more tonight. I'm very tired. I'm not feeling super well. So we'll be doing 1-day videos for now. I think probably up to like part 199, like day 199, I mean, or like day 198, something like that. We'll see. Not in the best shape right now. Very, very tired, very sick feeling, and I would just like to get some of this done. Part of it too is I'm just trying to get myself back into a state where I'm just like, I've got content. Would be really nice, because my content situation is not fantastic. And if I'm getting sick again, because November I had COVID, but now I think this might just be a common cold I'm starting to get, but even if it is, it's going to prevent me from recording, so. Okay, so, right, we want to go this way because we want to clear out that section. Clear out that section of the map. So what do we got here? I'm looking around for bears because we haven't really explored this area. Gotta be safe. Not seeing anything. Not even seeing any deer or like pigs to kill. Just really unfortunate. Ooh, bird's nest. Nothing. Awesome. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything really. Good, bad, or otherwise. Well, let's just keep walking, I suppose. Actually, I'm out of stamina. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I should check up on my my food situation. I'm gonna start using up some of this grilled meat. Ooh, nice. Wellness went up. Very useful. Very, very good. Unfortunately, it means it takes a lot longer for us to get our stamina back because we don't have sexual Tyrannosaurus. That's the really rough part of actually banning sexual Tyrannosaurus is, like, even though I have, like, a ton of stamina, it takes so long to regain it. Whereas if I had sexual Tyrannosaurus, it would be really, really fast. Oh well. Wouldn't really be a challenge then, though, if I did have it. Because the whole point of this is supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be a challenge run. And if I don't have, like, if I have everything I need, there's no challenge. If I have, like, a billion perks that just make me God, it really won't lead to anything of any value. Okay, I just had to pause again. Yeah, let's see. So, right, we haven't really checked this way. Okay, so there's a house up here. But I doubt it's really going to have anything of value. Oh, deer. Gotcha. He snuck up on me for a minute. Sneaky little bastard. So the other thing too is that we haven't explored the edges of the map either. Like over here, we probably should do that as well. Because like we haven't really explored like this whole section. So I kind of think maybe we should do that too. But let's just explore this for now, see where it goes. And but yeah, like I wanted to get back into playing this because I want to finish this. I want to be done with it. You know, it's fun to play this game and all, but it's getting really, really cumbersome for me to do it. It's just very, very tiring, very, very, like, I don't want to say dull, but at this point, I feel like there's very few things that can kill me to the point where, like, even if a stray zombie spawned, it wouldn't be that bad. You know, like, I would just bop him in the head a bunch of times with my rifle at the end. I mean, at this point, bears are really the only scary thing in landmines. Because, I mean, I really doubt I'm ever going to make the mistake of accidentally, like, jumping off a cliff. So that's not really a danger. And, I mean, anything else, like, we pretty much have food under control, so that's not really a problem either. Oh, dear. Yeah, aim! Boop, dead. Bop-a-da-boop-beep. Just regain my stamina real fast. I'm not really seeing anything else. I mean, at least we found 2 deer to kill. That's good. Because, you know, food. Food is important. Give me that. Give me your meat. Give me your meat, boy. Your delicious meat. Your flesh is tasty and tender. I must have it. Slightly disturbing, but it's fine. It's a deer. It's okay if he's a little bit succulent, you know. I don't know if I like using the term succulent to describe anything, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to do like longer videos for this, but at the same time, it's like YouTube's been punishing me so much lately for literally anything, and it's just become exhausting to deal with. I mean, it's to the point where I actually don't know if I want to continue doing YouTube. I might jump ship to Kick at some point because YouTube is just... Oh, YouTube has just gone down the drain in the last 3 months so badly. Ever since they started with the ad nonsense, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And now, like, they're punishing creators for literally everything. I mean, it's just... I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get another dip in the algorithm just for talking about the YouTube situation, but I don't care. My channel's basically dead at this point anyway because of the bullshit they pulled. It's so frustrating because I was watching the channel, like, uptick and, you know, really grow, and now I'm getting like single and barely double digits. Like it went from like thousands of views and hundreds of views to single digits, and like I can accept not being monetized, you know, but I want people to watch the videos. That's why I do YouTube at all, is I want people to see the games that I'm playing and, you know, kind of enjoy them with me. But, you know, I guess the U in YouTube is gone and has been for a while, which is really depressing, but oh well. And what can you do, really? I mean, YouTube's got a monopoly. I mean, that's like the biggest problem. I mean, they don't have any sort of competition. They never will. Like, that's the biggest issue. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, like, Kick is getting bigger and bigger, but the problem with Kick is it's only live streaming. And, I mean, what are you going to do? Use Vimeo? Yeah, I really doubt it. Like, what a catastrophe. But it's a problematic situation, and I mean, there's really no solution to it. I mean, again, like, what are you gonna use? Can you use Vimeo? You gonna use Daily Motion? Like, no, nobody's gonna use those. Firstly, because they're terrible services. I mean, they just don't. There's nothing to them. I mean, they're just like very bare bones. That's the problem. But I mean, YouTube just needs a competitor. Even if just to, like, whip them back into shape, they need a competitor. Because right now, I mean, I don't know. Because you think, like, oh, having a competitor would at least give them, like, incentive. But then you think about Twitch with Kick, and, like, Twitch has basically just let itself die so that Kick could take over. Like, it just... I don't know. It's just a weird situation with YouTube. Because you think, like, oh, you know, I'm sure YouTube will never die. But, I mean... This is a situation of, like, even if a competitor were to come through, would YouTube die out? Because I feel like YouTube would start pulling some underhanded shit and trying to, like, pull people back in. It's kind of this, like, weird situation. Like, and I don't know what the solution is, because, like, even with the likes of Twitter, right? Like, Twitter is dead, or I guess it's X now. Like, Twitter is dead. And there's no competition. And that's what kind of concerns me with YouTube, is, like, is it going to be the same thing of, like, YouTube just going to be dying out, and then nothing's going to really replace it, so there's just going to be no real medium to upload videos to. It's really annoying, and really, really frustrating. I mean, you know, YouTube could just not have insane ad chains and abuse their content creators, but, you know, whatever. And I mean, ever since Mr. Beast did that, I should talk about this. Ever since Mr. Beast publicly turned down Twitter's offer to, like, host his content exclusively for, like, a big contract, basically, Mr. Beast, like, has been doing super well on YouTube, like, even more than usual, because Mr. Beast, like, did that. Because YouTube loves to fucking give favoritism to people who defend them and treat people who criticize them, you know, like me, like a piece of shit. So, it's just this endless kind of problem. Like, YouTube will never take criticism, never grow, never get better, because just there's no incentive for them to do so. It's really frustrating, really tiring, and really just, like, it's a pain in the ass to see, like, over and over and over, that YouTube just doesn't care about its creators, other than, like, its biggest, most huge mega creators. Like, the bigger creator you are, the more YouTube actually gives a shit. Which is, like, kind of defeats the purpose of YouTube, but I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Again, monopoly. I mean, as for some other services, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my best option at this point might just be a jump ship for Kick and just live stream on there instead of, or even like upload pre-record stuff. I don't know. It's just, it's so frustrating and so tiring that every time I work on something, YouTube just completely shits on it and doesn't even like put it out there. Like, my analytics are good, other than the actual like watch time, like channel watch time and channel like view count, because YouTube's been slaughtering it. But I mean, the actual videos themselves do well, like good, you know, good retention rate, good like everything else. It's just that YouTube doesn't push them out. They've just completely blacklisted me. So it's just this situation of like, how much longer am I gonna tolerate this shit? I don't know. It's rough, and it's super demotivating, and it's super just stressful and just bothersome. Like, it's just, I don't understand what their point is. You know, it's like, oh, you did well, so now we're gonna punish you. Like, what the fuck is the point of doing anything on this platform if the second you do well, they just start punishing you for it? Like, it's, you know, God forbid you take views away from Mr. Beast and other mega creators, I guess. I don't know. That seems to be like the main focus, is just like, let's funnel all of our views into these mega creators. That seems to be like YouTube's new thing. Well, newest. And then I love what they did with the A/B thumbnail testing. So like, they were like, oh, we're gonna do like A/B thumbnail testing, and we're doing this to help small creators, but we're only going to give the testing to big creators. It's like, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? Like, I don't know. It's very like, YouTube confuses me. Like, you took a thriving platform and you drove it into the ground over and over and over. And I mean, this is happening with literally every social media platform lately. Like, it happened to Twitch, it happened to Twitter, it's happening to, I'm pretty sure, like, TikTok's doing something right now. I haven't really looked into that, but apparently, like, a lot of TikTok creators aren't happy with the platform, so I don't know. But, yeah, it's a weird situation, and I'm not super happy about it. I really wish that YouTube would just treat people better. Like, I'm not even asking for YouTube to monetize me. I just want my fucking videos to be shown. You know, it's like, it feels so pointless to record and edit and make a thumbnail when YouTube is just saying, screw you, we're not even gonna show your content. And I've even had, like, a fucking person unsub because they think there's no content left on my fucking channel. It's like, no, I'm uploading. YouTube just won't show the fucking thing. They're just not showing my content. It's really, like, it's infuriating. It's absolutely rage-inducing. Like, it's just, oh god. Like, we know you're working on it, but yeah, fuck you. That seems to be their answer. I don't know. It's a very strange scenario. Because on one hand, it's like, I don't even know if the content I'm making is good or bad because I don't even have any fucking input. Like, I can't do anything. Like, that's the hilarious part, is like, there's nothing to be done because YouTube won't even show my videos. So like, the same 6 to 10 people are gonna watch every video when I used to be pulling in like hundreds and thousands of views. Now I'm pulling in tens at most, and that's like on a good day. It's just, ugh. It's awful. It's just really tiring to have YouTube kick me in the head over. It feels like YouTube is kicking me in the balls repeatedly. Like, that's what this feels like. Like, it feels like literally just being punched in the balls over and over and over again by fucking YouTube's algorithm. Just not... It's not even like I've done anything to violate policy. That's the worst part. Like, I've seen YouTubers who actually... I'm going to go a little bit longer with this video than I was planning to. I'm going to do 2 days because just every video after this is going to be like 1 or 2 days anyway, so might as well get a little bit more done. But I just, like, it feels like YouTube is just purposely screwing me over. Like, they saw momentum happening and then they said, fuck you, and just shut me down. And I have no idea why. Again, I haven't broken TOS. I mean, that was even with them taking away my channel permissions. I was confused by that because, again, I've never broken TOS. I've never done anything that would be considered, like, bad by YouTube. So I don't really understand why they keep relentlessly attacking me. Like, just completely attacking my channel. And it's just like super demotivating and just super exhausting and super like infuriating that just out of nowhere YouTube has decided to keep just attacking me over and over and over again. And it's just like at some point I'm just gonna say fuck it, because I mean, it doesn't really matter how bad like other platforms are. Like even if it's like, oh, you know, other platforms might be smaller or whatever, but it's like, yeah, but I mean, even if they are smaller than YouTube, like when you're getting literally tens or single digit views, what does size really matter? You know? I mean, I don't know. I think YouTube's really starting to bury itself, and they have to watch it, because this is how platforms die. If they're not careful, it's going to get worse and worse and worse with every single time they do stuff like this, especially with the ad stuff. Like, so many people, and I know that's part of why my views are down. Like, that's part of the reason. I get that. That's like, oh, it's just a majority of people have stopped using YouTube since the ad system changed. But, like, it's really, really annoying that, like, I've spent so much time on this channel and trying to, like, just entertain people and trying to just, like, play games and have fun, and YouTube just seems to hate me. I mean, for God's sakes, there's, like, literal pedophiles on YouTube that they treat better than me. Which is, like, what the fuck? I don't know. I just genuinely feel like that I have no future on this platform, which is why I'm kind of in the state of just not really caring anymore. Okay, I paused for a second because I was thinking like, oh, there's like weird audio, but then I'm just realizing no, it's just Burnt Lands audio being stupid. I'll take that. Basically take any food item I can get. Okay, just gotta like get out of here now because potential landmines being unpleasant. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm at this state with YouTube where I'm like, I am gonna open up a Twitter though soon, like an X account, and I'm gonna start up a Discord at some point later in the year. But it doesn't really, again, I don't know who I'm even talking to at this point, because I feel like the majority of people just aren't even gonna watch, because YouTube just won't even push the video out. Super frustrating. It really, really is. Okay, let me see. There's gotta be something over here. So there's like a road and everything. Just not seeing anything really. Oh, bird's nest. Nothing. Never mind. Hoping there was an egg in there, but let's just keep going on the edge of this because we haven't really mapped this out at all. Be nice if we could find our merchant actually. Just have like another one to trade with or buy from. Oh my god, did I just fucking make that happen? Wait, this could be a bandit camp. No, I think it's a merchant. Did I just wish a merchant into existence? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a merchant. Oh my god, I just wished this into existence. Holy shit. That's kind of amazing.
We have great prices.
Yeah, you might have great prices, but you don't have anything. There's nothing here. Tasting and brewing. What is this? Oh, I can make beer. I wonder if that would be valuable at all. Well, I have enough for it. I could do it. Nah, it's probably not worth it. Can't buy food. That's illegal. Does he have anything else I can actually use? Oh, he's concrete. Ooh, that's tempting. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to take that. That's like really valuable. That is like really, really valuable. Especially when you understand how long it takes to actually make concrete. That is like super valuable to just be able to buy it. Okay, so I haven't explored this way. Let's go this way. Any bears around I need to be worried about? I feel like there's gotta be a bear somewhere. It's been so long since we've seen any bears, I'm kind of worried. Like, I've explored a lot of the map, but I haven't really seen any bears around, which is like, they gotta be somewhere. Some bear. No. Right. But yeah, I've been working on my game more, and I'm hoping... The planned release date is 2025. That's when I want to actually get the game out, but it might come out 2026. We'll see. It all comes down to like how much work I can get done on in a reasonable amount of time. If I can get somebody to make the portraits, if I can, like, a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of like things that are gonna be a challenge, but I mean, it's mostly just about like dealing with the idea of like, how do I get this done in a reasonable amount of time. Then I have to test it. That's gonna be like the worst of it, because it's a strategy game. I mean, the testing, like, as much as I say, like, oh, I have to get all the assets done, I have to, like, make maps and music and stuff, it's like, no, the worst of it is going to be the actual, like, testing. Because, I mean, I have to get, like, the difficulties planned out. I have to get, like, everything balanced. I have to get, like, everything kind of in a state where it's like, yep, it's good. You know what, there's still a large section I haven't checked over here. Like, beyond this house. I should check these stumps while I'm here. There's probably nothing in them, but might as well check. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing of any value in there. Okay. So yeah, I want to keep going this way. So yeah, this is going to be like the longest of these videos, probably. And then after this, I think we'll probably start doing like 20-minuters, but I just want to make a little bit of progress before we go into this kind of like phase of just doing 20-minute, like, one-day videos. Because it's just, the idea of not making a lot of progress is a little bit daunting to think that I'm gonna have to do even more of this, but I'll at some point I'll probably do like a live stream, and I think probably depending on how much traction when I actually do live stream, if I get a lot of traction on YouTube, I'll continue live streaming on YouTube. But okay, I shot through that deer, right? Hip fire, bitch, no scope. Like, if I get a lot of traction on YouTube when I start streaming, I'll continue streaming on YouTube, but if it fails, I'll just jump to Kick, because Kick actually, cares about creators. I mean, the thing is with Kick, like, let's not act like, oh, they're, like, great. They're great because they did that, that they've made, like, this platform where people can actually grow. Because at the end of the day, they're only doing that to really snuff out YouTube and Twitch. Like, they're going to be the same thing once they get big, is they're going to start, like, snuffing small creators. And, I mean, that's just an unfortunate, like, reality, really. It's just, like, this whole mess with YouTube and Twitch and everything else of just, like... The companies don't want to help people grow, because then they have to monetize them, they have to give them money. But at the same time, people don't want to use the platforms anymore because the platforms just completely ignore them and mistreat them. So, like, where is the compromise, Like, that's kind of the problem. Like, how do you fix that? How do you find a middle ground of, like, we can afford to pay creators, or at the very least give creators some sort of incentive to keep working on our platform, but at the same time, like, how do we appease our advertisers, and, like, how do we make a bottom line? Like, it's a weird issue, and I'm not really sure what the answer is. I mean, I do think YouTube definitely should monetize everyone, at least to a small extent. At least anyone who, like, uploads consistently. But, like, because at the same time, they're also going to make money off that. Like, they stand to profit if they were to, say, monetize literally everyone. Like, it wouldn't be like YouTube would suffer for it. Like, their bottom line would go up. Like, that is just how that works. At the same time, advertisers might not be happy because they're the ones supping the money. So, like, it's a weird situation, because you don't really know, like, how to fix it, but you know it needs fixed. Which is very strange. Like, it's hard to put into words, like, how bizarre it is that you have this situation now. So how am I doing? Oh god, I need to eat and drink. I did not realize. I did not realize I was getting low on everything. Okay, there we go. Alright, fantastic. Let's get out of here. So I think next video we'll definitely head into the desert. This video, let's just finish charting out this whole area. The more area we get charted, the better. Hopefully we don't run into any more bears. What was that? I can't remember. Was that last video we did that? It's been so long. It's been like 4 months since I've recorded this. It's been so damn long. Because the last video went up and I want to say it was like October or like September. I can't remember which. But I haven't actually recorded this in like at least since the end of August, I think. It's hard to remember. It's been, like I said, it's been a long damn time. And I also want to talk about XDefiant because it's now become the elephant in the room. So the good news is it's coming out. We know it's coming out very soon. The bad news is I think they missed their window of opportunity. So they haven't given a release date, but they originally stated that the only thing holding back XDefiant's release was the party system was not working. Well, Mark Rubin went on to Twitter and said, no, it's functioning, we fixed it, all this other stuff, like it's now working, we're just testing it. But it's like, yeah, but you've lost your window of opportunity. Like, yeah, sure, there's people like me who are going to play it, like that's guaranteed. But I mean, you're gonna have so many people who just look at XDefiant like it's not really an option anymore. And with Bobby Kotick now gone at Activision, I mean, I assume Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking is gonna die out, which means it's going to go back to being popular. So, I don't really know what XDefiant can hope to achieve. I mean, I assume they're scrambling because they missed their window. And it's so sad because that game looks so good. But, I mean, unless the new Activision CEO is even worse than Bobby Kotick, which I really doubt, I don't see XDefiant having a chance. I mean, if Call of Duty really goes back to what it was, like in the Black Ops 4 and earlier era, I don't see any FPS being able to compete. It doesn't seem possible. Like Call of Duty in its prime was like something else. I mean, it's rough. It's really, really rough because it looked really good and it played really well from the beta I played, but when you miss your window, you miss your window, and that's unfortunate. But I mean, they should have planned better. I mean, for starters, I think honestly the biggest issue was that they went silent for so long. Oh, there's a deer up there. Let's snipe his ass. Yep. Oh god. Oh, controller with no aim assist is so fucking. Oh. Damn it. You get back here. There we go. It's so hard to control a controller without aim assist. Holy shit. But, so the other thing I should talk about is COD mobile content might be going up soon. I'm going to be testing it a little bit with, the new PC to see how well it runs. And if it runs well enough, I will, ow, I just touched a cactus. If it goes well and it runs well with OBS, I'll start doing content for COD Mobile, because I wanted to for a while, and I really, really love COD M, despite its many, many, many problems with hackers. That's like the problem with COD Mobile. It's like it's really the only issue is like the hackers. That game is otherwise a perfect game, which is just so, it's so frustrating when you think like that's the only issue, is people cheating. Okay, so let me just look real fast. So we're really, really far from our next level, which is unfortunate, but I don't think we're going to have too many issues. I mean, we have to get enough for concrete mixing, and we have to get some other stuff done, but for the most part, oh, I think I have to put this on real fast. I'm just noticing my temperature dropping really quick. Oh, now it's going up really quick. Okay, god damn it. I guess better to be freezing cold then. If I get cold to the point where I have to put it back on, Yeah, the temperature is now rising rapidly. Wonderful. But yeah, no, I want to do COD-M stuff because COD-M is just a great game. Like I said, other than the hackers, they're the only issue in an otherwise perfect game, which is really, really frustrating. I would love to know. I wonder how we solve the hacker issue. Because, like, that's the issue every FPS game now suffers with, is, like, how do we fix hackers? Because there's so many of them, right? Like, that's the issue, is, like, even Warzone 2, like, I don't think Warzone 2 is as bad as Warzone 1 was, just in terms of, like, gameplay. It's still bad, obviously. I mean, I don't think you can fix Warzone without getting rid of loadouts, but... Or at the very least, like, entire loadouts. Like, just having, like, a bunch of, like, customized guns isn't too bad, but the fact that you can customize, like, perks and your throwables and everything else, that needs to go. Like, that absolutely needs to go. Because, I mean, that's what COD-M has, going back to that, in its BR, is you actually do have loadout drops, but the thing is, in its Battle Royale, the loadout drops only give you custom guns. So, like, it's much more balanced, and it feels a lot better because that way, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you don't have to focus your whole game around getting the loadout drop. It won't really do anything for you. I mean, it will give you a custom gun, which is nice, but I mean, you're just as well off to just run around the map and pick up attachments for whatever gun you have. Like, I think honestly it's much better to actually just have, you know, just pick up like whatever weapon you find at the start of the game. You know, maybe you've got some like meta room there, like maybe you can find an Odin or something, but for the most part, it is literally just pick up whatever gun is best and then go from there. But, I mean, the problem is with the likes of Warzone is that loadout drops are the entire meta. And that makes the game repetitive, which creates a situation where players just don't really play long term. Like, that's the thing, right? I mean, COD is saying, like, oh, we want player retention, we want player retention. Which is great. Of course you want player retention, right? Like, that should be your goal. But the problem with player retention is Warzone isn't failing player retention because of skill-based matchmaking or because people are just, like, upset because they're not good enough. The reason that Warzone is failing retention, why Martin COD is failing retention, is because the gameplay loop is just dull. Like, the actual core gameplay of modern Call of Duty games is very boring. Like, Warzone is literally just drop somewhere secluded, get enough money, get a load drop, and then just slay until a hacker kills you. And that's just not a good gameplay loop. I mean, for starters, because the gameplay ends by you winning out of sheer luck or by a hacker ending your run. But also because of the fact that you simply just don't... Every game will play the same, right? Like, with a game of, like, COD MBR versus, like, Warzone BR, with COD MBR, when I go in, I go, okay, well, I'm going to drop whatever POI is lowest to me, right? You know, what is the closest thing to my plane drop? I'm going to loot up. I'm going to get whatever kills at the POI I drop at, and I'm going to start hunting at each of the POIs for more kills. That's a good gameplay loop, because it creates, well, first of all, creates variety, because you're not going to drop the same place every time, which means you're not going to go the same route every time. And then on top of that, you're not going to use the same weapon over and over again, because the load drops really don't matter, like, unless obviously you're going for, like, the Odin or something. But I mean, in terms of, like, normal everyday kind of weapons that you're going to be using, I mean, you're really not going to be using the Odin every game unless you find it, or unless you, like, get a loadout drop. And even then, it's like, you know, there's still other guns. Like, everything is still balanced enough to where, like, things are viable at certain ranges. But, like, the inherent issue with Warzone is just that, you know, it's drop, get money, don't get killed, get gun, get loadout, and then just either get the win or get killed. And it's a dull gameplay loop. I mean, it's why Black Ops 4 devolved once the Blackjack stashes got added in, because everyone was like, get Blackjack stash, get VMP, get Vendetta, win game. But the problem with that is, like, it's really not, that's not a healthy gameplay loop, because it creates repetition, and repetition is how things die out, because there are people who do like repetition. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I do to an extent, but most people don't like repetition. And when repetition happens, players get bored. Anyway, I think I've talked about this enough for one video. We went a little bit over time, but I figured we might as well do 2 days this game. And next video we'll only do 1 day. But yeah, that's going to be it. And next time.